Maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't know what just happened. And I hate when this happens. I don't know what just happened, y'all. I was live, and then I could hear myself echoing. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. Oh, let me get out of this. I don't know what that was. How everybody doing on this Sunday? Let's see. No, that's not it. No, 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 no. I don't know what just happened, y'all. I have no idea what just happened. Now, I was ready and everything. I don't know what happened. I can't get out of this. Why can't I get on my screen? I'm trying to see what I'm seeing on my camera on my screen. Let's see. Here I go now, I guess. Here it is. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I guess this is it. Now I was ready. I was prepared. I was prepared. Come on in here, somebodies. Come on in here, somebodies. No, I don't want that captain. Come on in here, y'all. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Okay, that's it. Yeah. That's it. Hey, hey, friend. What's going on? I had myself together, but something happened. Devil always busy. I had too much good time at the church house, I guess. Um, yeah, I guess that was it. Too much fun at the church house. Let me tell you something. I was gonna talk about something totally different, but now, I asked God because I didn't really know what I wanted to talk about because I got a lot of stuff going on, and I asked God to show me. Turn on my phone. As soon as I look at my phone, the guy, the bishop, Whitehead, they're telling the New Yorker magazine, New Yorker, is telling how him and the mayor of New York are connected, and it looks like the mayor of New York is very unscrupulous, and he deals with. Here we go, right here. And he deals with. Okay, no, I can't have that on there. And he deals, everybody that's in his inner circle is as well, have been under some sort of investigation or scrutiny at some point, right? Let me get back to where I was. Yeah, the mayor, Eric Adams of New York. So anyway, I just left. I just left from church, and it's a good thing I'm gonna talk about these pastors, because I don't know. I just went to this church up the street that I've been wanting to go to. But something rubbed me the wrong way about how the pastor was speaking. Now, they could sing and all that, right? But something rubbed me the wrong way. And he started talking about Martin Luther King, but he was telling us negative stuff about Martin Luther King. I didn't appreciate that. He was telling us that Martin Luther King used to date a white woman. That we don't need to know that. Did we need to know that? I didn't like that. And he lost me from that point on. And he said something else negative, and he said that Coretta is not who his daddy wanted him to marry, and he wanted him to marry somebody that was she's something great right now. I forgot what he said she was, because he kind of lost me. He kind of lost me after. It seemed like he was saying all kind of negative stuff, and he was trying to say it in a positive way, but I didn't like it. And it once I get distracted, it's over with pretty much, right? Yeah, it's over with pretty much. Anyway, I don't know where my people's is. I don't know. Fred, did you get a notification? Some people say they don't get a notification. I don't know how that works. Because I don't know how that works. Because I don't get notifications either for other people, I don't think. If I do, I don't pay no attention. Then what is the notification? Do it just come across your thing? Did it make a sound? What? Oh, you did? Okay, cool. As I messed up, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. It was on, but I could hear myself. And I don't know where it was, like it was in the background somewhere. I don't know what was going on with that. I don't know what was going on with that. But anyway, I was trying something new with my lighting. I don't know, like I'll be shining right up under here like that, right? I was trying something new. I'll just be shining. But anyway, so this pastor, the bishop, he's calling himself a bishop. Now, this was more than what I thought. Because I knew he was, I just thought he was a street dude or something, turned pastor. You know, people do that, right? But it's worse than that. It's worse than that. So this New Yorker came out with an expose about Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, and the con man, Bishop Lamar Whitehead, right? He is a con man. And it's so much. It was so much. It was so much, right? So Mayor Adams was sworn in, and they're saying that Lamar, now I saw this where Lamar had tried to bribe somebody he was in business with, right? So this is the bribe. Now they're telling us what went on. He went to an auto shop in the Bronx to drop off a Mercedes that had been in a crash. The name of the shop was No Limit Auto Body. It was operated by a man named Brandon Belmonte, who was involved in real estate. So he is the businessman that keeps saying that Lamar tried to bully him. So anyway, Lamar wanted, let me get this right because that makes it kind of confusing to me. So the Mercedes was okay, here we go. The Mercedes was a $25,000 job. Belmonte paid the $13,000 bill for a rental replacement. So because he had to keep it a while, he paid for dude to have a replacement, right? That's what I'm trying to understand. While the work was getting done. Whitehead, he wanted more. He didn't just want the replacement, he wanted money as well. Now that's weird, right? And he told him, you got to give me another $5,000. So this is, and then he told him, you got to give me this money. You got to give me this money, I'm going to beat you up. But he also, the businessman also said that he believed that the mayor sent him to get a kickback, that Whitehead was doing his dirty work for him. He was asking for a kickback. And he told Belmonte that he had City Hall in his back pocket. See, dude was talking too much, right? He was talking too much. He talks too much. He do too much. When he got, whether that robbery was fake, which I really, really believe it was fake now. Because as I was reading, back in 94 or sometime, Whitehead was, I'm going to see if I can put the link on my channel. Because it's very interesting. It's a very interesting read. He did some unscrupulous things when he used to be work for the bus system, right? And he ran for, what was he running for? He was running for an office, but the mayor now, he wasn't mayor then, he was running for an office, and it is stated, they never proved that he broke into his own campaign office. So that's where Lamar got that idea from. It's all coming together for me. It's a very, very interesting read. And everybody, once he got into office, he started hiring everybody that was close to him, which that's okay. But all of these people have been investigated by somebody or another, right? They've all been investigated by some faction of a police department or something, right? Now, the guy that's the businessman, this is the one that blew the lid off of everything because he called the FBI. He called the FBI. And the FBI came to his door the next day. And then they told him to call Whitehead. And he called Whitehead and they were recording it. And he told Whitehead that he was ready to do business. So he was going to pay the extra money and do all whatever Whitehead was trying to extort him to do. Yeah. So yeah, 1994 is when Adams, he was a transit cop, and he was running for Congress. He was running for Congress, right? Hey, Neat. He was running for Congress, and he staged a break-in at his own campaign office, but they didn't do anything about it. They didn't do anything about it. And then he was chairman of the state senate's Racing, Gaming, and Wagering Committee. See, he's the mayor has had his hands in anything have to do with money politically, right? And his friends have all been under scrutiny at some point. They just never really been able to prove them, but they've always had accusations, I should say that, thrown at them. Just wasn't able to prove it. So it's all tied together. So this guy, Whitehead, Bishop Whitehead, he kept saying, and this is what happens to Negroes, they're stupid. They talk too much. He kept saying that he had City Hall in his back pocket. You should have said that. He should have said that. He should have said that. So now it's a big, so once the feds and all them people get in it, it's a big deal. They don't let go until they find what they're looking for. They don't let go until they got all the ducks in a row, right? And so it's in the New Yorker. I'm going to see, like, y'all know I ain't that techie. I'm going to see if I can put the, let me see if I can do it now. Put this into my, on my page, on my channel somewhere, right? So anyway, like I said, I was at church today, and it was going fine. I went there once before, and I was going to actually go there New Year's Eve, but my car was down. I was going to go there New Year's Eve, but my car was down, because it's right up the street, right? But he threw me off with the sort of kind of negative talking about Martin Luther King. You know, his sermon was about the seed. You could plant a seed. He was saying people planted seeds in Martin Luther King's life from childhood. But I didn't like the part, certain stuff he just didn't, I don't know. If you're trying to honor somebody, this is King's birthday, and this is my opinion. If you're trying to honor somebody, don't talk about the negative. That's my thing. Don't talk about the negative. What y'all think about that? If you're trying to honor someone, it should be positivity and it should be positive and light. Right? Not something that they did that did nobody like. Like, I don't get that. I didn't get that, right? I didn't like it, and he threw me off, and I really couldn't enjoy it like I wanted to from that point on. I really couldn't enjoy it. So, anyway. Hey, Sheila, how are you? So I'm talking about unscrupulous. I'm going to talk about fake pastors. You know, I was talking about this Bishop Whitehead and how he's connected to the mayor. And it would be a shame. It would be a shame. This is what I understand somebody. If God put you in position, this man has tried to run for office, Mayor Adams in New York, for a number of years, since the 90s. He finally gets sworn in because he's been running for different stuff that it was saying he was a long shot he could ever win. But now he has become mayor, and he's been associated with the fake bishop, the flashy bishop. They calling him he's a con man. Had already been to the penitentiary for fraud. See, that should draw a red flag right there. He went to penitentiary for fraud and something else. This is such a long article, right? But he has been to jail for fraud, penitentiary for fraud, right? Not saying people can't change, because people most definitely can change. I'm a testimony to that. But if you still look like you exhibited them same behaviors, have you changed? Have you changed? If you are doing business with someone or want to do business with someone, and they don't agree to whatever the business is, you don't threaten them and say, I'm gonna beat you up if you don't do this. That ain't what you do. That lady at his church, a member of his congregation who he took $90,000 from. That's not good pastor behavior, right? And then the lady that he choked, did he choke her? I can't remember. I saw the video. He choked her or whatever he did. He has no self-control. You know, pastors even though they're human, they're men. They're just mere mortals like all of us. But we all still hold them to a higher standard, right? So we expect you to act better than we would act. We expect that. That's what we expect. And so this article really lays out all the people in Adams' immediate circle, the people that he hired, his cabinet, his team, they all have done wrong, right? He grabbed her by the neck and dragged her out. Yeah, I knew it was something because I remember seeing him walking and it was like this, right? He had his hands on her like that. Like, that ain't pastor behavior. That ain't pastor behavior. So, what do you all think? What do you all think about? Let me see how I want to put this. What do you all think about pastor? If you go to church or what do you all think about? How do you want your pastor to act? Should he? Because even though he's a mere mortal like us, but we hold him to a higher standard. Like if I went to church and my pastor was kind of like that, I would never go back. I would never go back. If he was accused of stealing something, I probably wouldn't go back either because I'm sure that he showed signs of other stuff. I'm sure, right? And I saw this week, I don't know how true it is, but I saw somewhere, I don't know what I was looking at, that the wife has left. The wife has left, right? So I don't know if it got too hot in the kitchen, but the wife has left. I don't know where I saw that at. It's saying the second wife. See, I didn't know he had this wife with the second wife. That she has left, right? And she probably doesn't want to go down with the ship. I wouldn't want to go down with the ship. So, yeah, the wife has left. Now, this dude is going to, so the FBI is involved in this. So he's probably more than likely going to go to the penitentiary, right? After they, and then there's probably going to be more people to say what he's done to them. Because it looks like he's a bully. He's an extortionist. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do this, then I'm going to do this to you, right? And he's 44. So he could be looking at a lot of time depending on the money and depending on all what he's done and what all he has done in the past. So the way the feds work is, so you get in trouble for this. You're in trouble for A. But we're going to look at 1, 2, and 3, what you did before, and we're going to total that all up, and that's what we're going to do to you, right? They got a different kind of system than the state. So whatever he's done before is going to still, so you never, check this out, you're never really, when you get in trouble like that, you're never really free because it hovers over your head forever for your lifetime. I know that personally. It hovers. It's hovering. And depending on what you're trying to do, it can affect you. Some people are forgiven and some people are not. And even though they passed that law, whatever, that something about your felony, 17 years, that's a lie because people still do, will still hold you accountable for that, even though it's been years and years and years and years, right? I remember I tried to let me tell y'all this, I tried to work for Instacart because all my friends and my kids was like, oh, you make so much money on Instacart. Something to do on the weekends, whatever. So they sent me an email and said, we're doing further, it meant we still looking at you. We're doing some further background checking, right? Had never seen that before. So some time passed and then they said no, right? And I know it's from this felony that I had 30 years ago, right? So they still hold it against you, even though they can't legally say that's the reason why they won't hire you or anything, and it's be hard to prove, but it still hovers over you. It still hovers over you. Like I was telling y'all, I uploaded a video earlier this week about Jen Shaw, the girl from Salt Lake City, Real Housewives. She got to do 6.5 years. And that 6.5 years is going to cost her 26 years, 36 years, right? Because that's just the way the world operates. And I feel sorry for her, and I hope she be all right. And I hope she go to a camp or something where it's not like a penitentiary. But this pastor, Whitehead, I don't understand for the life of me. And I think because maybe he is a narcissist, because narcissistic people don't think they can get in trouble. They think they're untouchable. They think that the ills of society don't touch them, right? So I would have never, ever, ever, never, ever, ever faked the story and then had a press conference. That's the part that got me. Why the press conference, right? Is suing Larry Reid and King Jives. Is he? You know, I haven't watched King Jives in a while. I've started watching him last night, but then I got sleepy, I think. And what because of what? What they said about him? Really? You can't really. Sheesh. What? Because now Larry Reid do talk a lot. So do King Jives, but that's their job. That's what they do, right? Wow, wow. He's suing him. He want see. Listen, what he need to do when you wrong. I learned this a long time ago. When you know you're doing wrong, some shit you just got to fall back on. You just have to fall back on and charge it to the game. You just can't be, trying to get back on every ill or every wrong that is done to you. You just can't do that, right? And he never, ever, ever should have held that press conference. When he did that, I thought, why did he do that? It seemed like, didn't he have on a Gucci suit when he did that? Like, you looking like a clown. You know what I'm saying? Unless you about to perform on stage or, I don't know, something spectacular. He shouldn't have had that on. He's in the Bronx. You're a pastor in the Bronx. His whole congregation is low income, right? Why would you do that? I don't understand. That shows that the pure clown, yeah, that shows the immorality that he has, or he ain't thinking straight, or whatever it is. But like I told y'all, narcissistic people, listen, y'all, when I think back on all them years I was with a narcissist and didn't know that he was, I just thought he was crazy. Thought he was a sociopath. He is a sociopath. They don't have an understanding of, I don't know if they're capable of right and wrong. That's number one. And everything always revolves around them, right? So he faked like he got robbed. Maybe he did get robbed, right? Let's say he did get robbed. That's still what was the press conference for. That's because they live grandiose. In their mind, they're very grandiose. I remember all the time, my ex had very, very grandiose ideas of himself. But I thought that because I'm not a dream killer, whatever your dreams are, dream it. But what you have to do is put in action to achieve those things that you're dreaming about, right? He never did that, but he always talked grand. He was a very grand talker, right? Yeah, when I think back on some of that stuff, y'all, it was so bizarre. And it all makes sense. Like, I need to write a book about that whole experience in my life, right? Because that was like 10 years of hell / foolishness / bizarre behavior. And I lived through it, right? I lived through it, because the not so much verbal. Yeah, verbal, mental and verbal abuse was there, but it would be subtle and it would not be all the time. And it would be, see, people who he gaslit me all the time. I've never heard that word. I don't know what it is. He gaslit me all the time, until at one point I said, okay, I'm not arguing anymore. I just shut down and stopped talking. And just kept it like that. I'm not arguing anymore, right? And after a while, I said, okay, this ain't nowhere to live. This ain't no relationship. This ain't cool. But that's what they do. They are very grand. They're very grand in their thinking. So this pastor, I'm telling you, I told y'all this before. And they talk about it in this article. When he said, come on, y'all, I'm going to show you to my prayer room, I was ready to see. Let's see, right? Let's see the prayer room. Yay, right? Amen. Hallelujah. When we go in there, this is when I knew at this point, I had speculations, but at this point I said, he crazy. We go into the room and it was full of designer everything. Wasn't no empty space. Because for me, a prayer room, I have one at my house in Cleveland. A prayer room should just be you in a chair and maybe a table and a lamp so you can see if you're going in the dark or something. But it shouldn't, you can make it nice. You can. I take that back. But it should be a place of solitude, right? It was well lit, white. It was gorgeous, right? But it was clothes all around. It was a big room with clothes all around. And he was showing his designer watches, his designer shoes, his designer clothes, his designer everything, right? And I kept thinking, did he say prayer room? Had me questioning, and that's what narcissists do. They can tell you something, and then in the same token tell you something else and have you like, what did he just say? Didn't he say? You know, they're very confusing people, right? So as I'm looking at this, I said, he is gone crazy. This ain't no prayer room. He said, he didn't say, here's the chair that I sit in, here's the bench that I kneel on, here's the Bible that I read. None of that. It was all about his clothes and all of that, right? I said right there, no, he's crazy, for real. You know, he's crazy for real. Because why would you say come into my prayer room and that's so odd, right? Listen. People are bananas these days. Playing with God is dangerous. Yeah. That's what I'm think. That's what I always say, Nick. Like, how you playing with God like that? Like, you ain't. So for me, like, right, I would think he would strike me down or something. Like, why would you? How do you get up and say you preaching to somebody? Like, I don't watch him on. They say he on social. I said, I'm gonna go look him up. I seen him one time saying something, but I don't think I follow him because I don't ever see it on my timeline. But I'm gonna go look him up. But they say he's always going live and stuff, right? I've only seen him like once. Facts don't play with God, right? Don't play like why would you do that? You know, I don't even want to be nowhere near you. And the wife, right? Now, like I said, I read somewhere, I'm going to do some research and come back to y'all, that she left. She's not there, right? See, this is the thing about when you get with somebody because of what they have or what they can do for you, when the times get hard, they're going to leave. They don't want no parts of it. They're going to leave, right? You know, I'm going to see how this play out, but this don't look good for Dude. Because when Dude made the call, see, this is what I don't understand. Dude made the call to the FBI, and the very next day they was at his house, right? So we don't know if they, because that was quick to me, in my opinion, right? All because he said, I'm gonna beat you up. If you don't pay this, I'm gonna beat you up. Like, I wouldn't even thought to call the FBI for that. I would just call the police, or I call my brother and them. So, you know, I wouldn't have thought to call the FBI for that, right? That's a little puzzling to me as well. And what else I want to? It's a whole big article. I'm gonna try to figure out how to put it in my. What I need is a tech person, an IT person. Like, I got my cousin said she would help me, but she's in Cleveland. I need somebody. Like, I'm the kind of person, I need your help, but I want you to show me how to do it. I don't want it just done for me. I want to be showed how to do it, right? But he said, now this is what his statement is. The Bishop Whitehead. He wants to serve as an emissary between the streets and the church, right? He wants to be that go-between guy, right? Now, when it says Tekashi 6ix9ine pled guilty to making sexually explicit videos of a 13-year-old girl, Whitehead spoke in court on his behalf. Now, why would you speak in court on somebody that was molesting a little girl? If you videoed her, maybe he didn't touch her, but it's still wrong, right? Why would you feel the need to testify on his behalf? What good had he done for you that you thought you needed to testify for him? And what I realized, y'all, is all the devil folks all work together, right? And then also, they say there are people all over the city who claim to have been conned, burned, harassed, lied to, or otherwise hurt by Whitehead. See, it's bigger than what we know. It's a whole bunch of folks that he done hurt and lied to, right? And the people that they've talked to said they felt that he was protected by the mayor, Mayor Adams. They felt he was being protected by him. So that's, what if they, Now the mayor hasn't been charged yet or nothing like that, but that he probably won't get reelected. You know, but then again, you know, what I realize is people don't really pay attention to politics. Us, not so much, right? Especially not when we're younger. I think most folks, like, I've always paid attention, no matter what city I was in, right? But because it's important, because I'm the people that are most affected by politics is us, po folks. We're the most affected, but we're the most, we don't do anything about it. The most. We do nothing the most, right? And we're the most affected by it. Like, I got a lot of friends I know don't vote, don't know nothing about what's going on in the news, in the world, nothing, right? Now it says he knows the system very well and uses it to his advantage based on his relationship with the mayor, right? So this fool thought he could just do whatever he wanted to do. Hey, Nola. Nola, how you doing? What's going on with your car, Nola? Did you get it situated? So my car, all right. So now I got tomorrow I have to call and order the water pump. The guy, the mechanic who's doing my car, he went to Florida. Okay. I had to blow down. I had to go up to his spot, and he wasn't there. He wasn't answering his phone for me, and nobody had his phone turned off, right? It was the water pump. So did you get the water pump? Did you get the water pump? Because there's a place called Rock Auto where you can get a cheap. That's where I'm going to order mine from. It's an online store called Rock Auto, ROCK. And they have everything. My son hit me to it the other day. I'm going to order mine tomorrow. And so anyway, so this guy, he had left his phones in Florida. I think he has a girlfriend in Florida because he's been acting very odd. I'm sure it has to do with a woman. You know, when a man starts acting crazy, it's got something to do with a woman, right? Because you got your phones off, you ain't worried about your business and nothing. People looking for you. That's crazy, right? So anyway, I went up there and told him I want to punch him in the face. I told his friends to relay the message. I took it to the dealership. Okay. Dang, what? That's why I can't go to dealership. I ain't got dealership money. And my car is an Audi. They gonna probably want $50,000. I ain't got it. What kind of car you got, Nola? And you still spent $1,340? Whew. And that was half? That's almost $3,000. You got a foreign car? Equinox? They wanted that much for what? That's a Ford. What? But you went to the dealership. Did you see? I don't have dealership money. I don't. Listen, as soon as I get my car fixed, as soon as I get this car fixed, I'm selling it and get me some. I don't ever want a foreign car. My son bought me that. I've never had a foreign car for this reason because it's costly to get fixed. Like last weekend, I was kind of sort of in a dark space, right? Because I'm trying to figure it out, right? Now, my son had drove his work truck down here a couple months ago, right? So his work truck was here, but it was on a flat. So he came and he came down here and then he fixed the flat and said, well, Mom, you can drive this, right? Work truck, F-150. Now my friend is calling me. Okay. I have a car, thank God. You know, I have a car. I got to drive in this truck to work, right? I could have paid $250 for parts and $250 for labor, but I said, oh, well, I know it's fixed. Yeah. Because listen, I get it. I can only go the cheap route, right? I can only go the cheap route. My guy's charging $600, but I had already bought a belt a couple months ago. That he got to put that on, so it's probably gonna be like $750 for me, right? And then the part is like from Rock Auto is like I think it's around $100 or something, right? So I'm gonna order that tomorrow after I talk with him one more time to make sure. He said that was the right one, but I want to make sure because I don't want to keep going back and forth. Okay, I get it. That ain't the right one. Got to send it back. I don't have to do that, right? But yeah, you're right. It's fixed right when you do that. Because I thought about it. My son was like, "Ma, we ain't, you know." So I was in a dark space, y'all, last weekend especially, right? Because it's like the harder I try, and you know, I know you can't give up. I don't give up, but I go through things, right? And I got a close friend of mine who is thank God you have a car. Mine was totaled and I'm waiting for the prices to go down. Oh man. But I got a really, really close girlfriend that is ill, could be life threatening. So that's on my mind, right? And another close girlfriend that I think has lost her mind. So it's like, you know, things be going on all around, and I'm trying to, you know, maintain my sanity, right? I was talking to a gentleman the other day, and I said, well, you know, I pray for people and I care about people when I do, right? And he had nerve to tell me this. See, listen, y'all. I'm telling you, the first red flag. I'm like, He said, thank you, Sheila. He said, you got to take care of you. I know I got to take care of me, but I can't. There's other people that I know and love that I pray for, and I do every day, right? And he was saying, you got to take care of you. Don't be worried about other people. Like I was like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't be with nobody. We all should have compassion. You know, whatever your level of compassion is what you know. It could be up here, it could be down there, but we all have to have compassion, right? But for him to tell me just worry about yourself, I said okay. You know, he called me again. I didn't even answer the phone because I can't. I can't. But y'all, 6 o'clock, Nola, 6 o'clock this evening. I'm going live, and I'm gonna talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville because I got a lot to say about that. The third installment, the last installment of the reunion was last night, and I got a lot to say about that. But yeah, no, my car is he got it. No, this is what I was trying to tell y'all. So he came back because I went to a shop and threatened people via, you know, girl, Nola, you ain't tell you ain't, girl. Didn't I think I uploaded a video. Did I upload a video about it? Or did I just tell y'all? Child, listen, I'm going to tell you the story. So he was very gentlemanly, right? Very gentlemanly. I thought I told y'all the story. So he was very gentlemanly. And he came, picked me up, right? Now listen, right from the gate. Oh, you saw the video, yeah. Right from the gate, I didn't like his little Oshkosh Bagosh outfit, right? So I'm very visual, right? So ain't no update. There is no update. He never called me. I never called him. Ain't no update. Ain't no update. That was the update. What I told you. Ain't nothing happening. You know, dudes are what I'm fine. I don't care how old they is. The man I told me don't talk about nobody. He's 65. Dudes, I don't care how old they is. They whole objective is sex. Why? I don't know. And I think it's just a certain type of dude, right? Maybe. I don't know. Their whole objective is sex. Like, you know, so he was nice. He was gentlemanly. I had fun. I went bowling. I had fun. You know, and I had fun. You know what I'm saying? But I guess he was mad because I didn't get in his bed. You know, I slept in his guest bed, slept very well, and got up and went home. And that ain't what he was expecting. I think he had a whole other plan. But see, if you had another plan, you should have discussed the plan with me. And I could have told you. You didn't even have to come get me. If you thought you was gonna take me bowling and I was gonna get in your bed, you could have said that before you picked me up for bowling. Said, hey, listen, Jackie, because I'm a realist. Hey, listen, Jackie, how we gonna end this night? And I could have told you, and then you didn't have to waste your time or your money. I was going bowling. See how simple that is? But I guess dudes think they so slick, and I guess they think they slicker than me. That you know he was gonna say, "Come on by my house," and I was just gonna automatically fall into his bed. Child, please. So you know, first of all, my car was that was the first episode with the car when the pressure hose. So I ain't unless. So if you wanted me, listen, this is what I'm saying. If you wanted me to be in your bed, seemed like you did something nice. Like, Jackie, how much the pressure hose cost? How much it costs to get your car fixed? Or what can I contribute to you? You know, something. You think I'm just gonna drop down in your bed and I'm got issues and situations going on? That ain't even on my mind, sir. So yeah, ain't no update. That's what it was. That's what it was, right? That's all. He was very, like I said, he was a gentleman. He opened doors and all that. He was very convincing for somebody that was inexperienced in black men. He was very, you know, convincing. I don't give a damn about none of that though, right? You can say all what you want to say. It's your actions for me, right? Yeah, it's your actions for me, right? I don't care what you say. You know, you can say anything. It's your actions. I don't care nothing about that. I care about your actions, right? And I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't care. You know, at this stage of the game, I'm not doing anything I don't want to do. I'm not. Love is a verb. There you go. That's right, Sheila. I'm not. I'm not lowering my standards. I'm not accepting no shit that I don't want to accept. Just not. I've been there, done that. You know, especially when I was raising my kids. It's only me. When I eat, everybody full, right? If I don't eat, I ain't gonna die. you know, I'm not doing nothing that I don't want to do, and I'm not. I'm definitely not giving up my body to somebody who I don't even know. I ain't even know dude last night. I might have lose that. I done forgot it now. You know, I'm real quick to forget you, right? I don't forgot what his first name was. I done forgot. I done forgot. I done forgot what his name was, right? So, you know, I just ain't with that, right? And I think, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all this. I probably made a video, but I did. Y'all watch that show just one time. One time. Watch Love After Lockup and see how low these women's self-esteem is. That right there would make you be like, oh no. And these dudes that they paying for and buying, right, ain't even worth it. They're not even worthy of that. Them Negroes ain't never had it so good, right? Watch one episode of it, just one. And like I said, it's the girl, she's went viral. Her name is Monique. And she's a heavy set girl. She's pretty in the face, but she's a heavy set girl. She got a special seat belt. She got an extender to her seat belt. And when you see them driving in the car, it is sad, ain't it, Sheila? When you see them riding the car, he looks like this and she look like that. Like he looks so little compared to her, right? The self-esteem is down in the basement somewhere, right? And I think they get with them people on the prison dating site or something, prison pen pal site or something like that. But she's a big girl, she's a pretty girl. But you could go, there's big men groups. There's big guys that like BBW. What is it called? BBWs? BBWs, whatever it's called. There's guys that like big women's only, specifically, right? Get on one of them and get with somebody that's gonna love you for real, not somebody you got to pay for. Like she done spent that one particular girl said she done spent $10,000 on that nigga. He wasn't worth 10. She just spent $10,000 on him, clothes, and you dress him up like that ain't even his style. You could have took him to Target or somewhere. What's the other stuff? Walmart and got him a shirt and some pants. You dressed him up in the labels and stuff, right? Now, I saw live, though, yesterday. I don't know when they filmed this show, because we seeing it now. He said they've been together 3 years. Or I guess maybe he was in jail 2 years. Oh, he might have been counting that jail time. Okay, he might have been counting that jail time. I don't know. I need you in real life. Like, it doesn't do anything for me to talk to you on the phone. That does something for you because you can't get out. I can leave out. So me talking to you on the phone around the clock all day ain't doing nothing for me, right? And the other girl on there that was on there last season, see, because sometimes they carry him over to the next season. That dude she was with, I never understood why she was with him. He looked nasty. He looked like he wasn't worth a quarter. He beat her damn near to death. Broke some bones, broke teeth, knocked some teeth out and everything. Like, you got to know these people outside in the flesh, in the real world, for you to commit yourself. And that girl, I'm telling you, got beat up. She married him as soon as he got out and she picked him up. They went across the street to the courthouse or somewhere, and whoever it was, the priest, whoever it was, the officiant came outside and married him outside on the sidewalk. That's how bad she wanted to be with him, because she wanted him paroled to her house. I don't want you if you don't have no money, if you don't have a job. What can you do for me? What do they see in them? What do they see in them? You can't, because you can take out the garbage. Like what? I don't want you if you can't help me. If we can't put our money together and do some things, like I don't want you. I don't need you. You in the way. You dead weight. And then the moment you stop, see what happens is the moment they stop doing whatever they doing for them, then it's a problem. It's a problem. You know what I'm saying? That's where the violence come in at, right? I don't want that. I don't want that kind of love. I don't want that kind of love. I don't want that kind of love. So anyway, y'all, listen. I'm coming back at 6. I'm talking about love and marriage hospital. Oh, let me tell y'all this too. Y'all follow me on TikTok if y'all ain't already. I love TikTok. Love TikTok, right? I wish it was a way I didn't have to work. I'd be on TikTok and YouTube all day, every day, right? Follow me on TikTok and what else? Follow me on TikTok, yeah. I'm 3 subscribers away from the 3,000, y'all. We're going to have a celebration. Y'all been stuck with me. Y'all done stuck with me for, from the beginning. and four-way, and four-way, four-way for the 3,000. I hope to get him today, tomorrow, right? Um, got a friend, met him while he was in 8 years ago. She married him 3 years ago. He has another 2 years. What? He's still in there? Oh, and you know what? I too have a friend like that, and I hope she's not watching, because I love her to death. She's a sister to me. She waiting on somebody. I don't believe he ever getting out, but he tell her he is. But I just don't believe he is, right? I don't believe he getting out. But I think that if it gives you comfort, to talk with him every day, because that's what you do, then I guess that's okay, right? If that makes your day. I don't know. For me, like Sheila said, love is action. I need some. I need you out here. I don't need you in there, and I'm comforting you. Because then, so what happens is people just drain you, right? They drain you. You can help somebody. Let me tell y'all something. You can help. I want to cuss right now. You can help a motherfucker out of the dirt, right? And at some point, they don't care that you did that. They don't care. They don't care, right? They don't care. They don't care. People have a lot of audacity today, right? So, you know, they don't care, right? What you do for them. For me, if somebody, if I'm not getting out the penitentiary, I remember when I did get out, I still had my house and stuff like that, right? I still had my house and stuff. Yeah, it is neat. And, but, I had a hard time for a minute, right? And now the real living begins, because now you got to try to get a job, and you a felon, right? Now you got to get some money and catch up on whatever bills, whatever, right? That you got. And I would have been grateful. I would have been grateful if somebody came along and pulled me up and said, hey, Jackie, I got you. And I would have been forever grateful to him. That's my problem, because I'm loyal, and other people are not. Most people are not, right? She's never been with him out. Oh, they do. They do. They do. They do. They do. Listen, when my friend is telling me this stuff, when she first started telling me a year or so ago, I said something. I said, well, you think he's going to be all right when he get out? He been down a long time, 20, 30 years. He been down a minute, right? He about 70 now. And she said, yeah. And I tried to tell her, like, he's going to have to get acclimated. He's going to be all right. So I left it alone. I left it alone because that's my girlfriend and I love her. And if that makes you happy, fine. I don't say a word. So now when she talks about him, I just don't say nothing. Because I don't want, that's my friend and I don't want to hurt her feelings. And that's what that's her dream that she believing in. So, and it makes her happy. So, oh well. I don't say a word. I don't say a word. I don't say a word because that's my friend. I don't say a word. And it is very hard to watch because men don't, especially these men today, these men today don't care nothing about your feelings at all. I've been watching a lot of ladies speak on TikTok and other social media sites and on different stuff on the internet about black men that don't like black women. That really don't. They're not gay. They just don't like black women, right? And there's a lot of resentment from black men regarding us, right? Why, I don't know. But I think it's because, and my sister told me this, she said they're so damaged, right? And then they come to us. Like, for the most part, when we're damaged, we try to seek help. If it's nothing but talking to our girlfriends, talking to our pastor, going to church, getting therapy, we try to get help for the damages that we have within us, right? Black men don't do that. They don't do that. For the most part, they don't do that. So they carry that damage from one situation to the next, damaging, leaving damage as they go, right? It's a lady that I watch on TikTok. I don't know. I don't know if she's a therapist or what she is, but she's dead on the money when she talks about these men. And then I saw another, I'm going to find it and because I saved it. Another lady speaking, and she was saying, this has become problematic. It's become like an epidemic. The damaged black men that are out there killing women. Like, I know in Cleveland, I don't know about here too much. I don't see it on the news. But in Cleveland, they are killing women by the boatloads every day. They're killing them and leaving them in the street. They're killing them. They're killing them. They're killing them, right? because she don't want you no more. So and the lady said something real poignant. She said, these men, again, it all goes back to the man. I ain't male bashing, but this is the way it is. A man's supposed to be the head of the house. So these young men are being raised by a single parent, mother, one. So they have developed female emotions, which made a lot of sense, right? They have developed female emotions, and they don't know how to handle stuff as a man. So when they get hurt, that's what they do. They lash out, right? So we are dealing with a generation or two or three of hurt individuals, right? When I'm talking to, we've all been through life and things that happened, but you got to try to get over it, and you can't carry that situation into the next situation. You have to try to get over it, right? Let me tell y'all something. My therapist, is it in my phone? It's in the other phone. My therapist this week told me something so profound. And I initially was like, I'm going to keep going, but she can't really help me. But she can. It was so profound, right? I got to put it, when I come back at 6 o'clock, I'm going to tell you exactly what she said, right? 2 words that she said that was very profound for me, right? But we have to address whatever the issue is so that you can get over it. Like me, I'll just hide it and not hide it, but I won't talk about it, sweep it under the rug and keep going with my life. But it affects you in the inside, right? You got to, what she said, acknowledge is something else, right? Validate. Acknowledge and validate, right? Gotta do that. You gotta acknowledge and then validate, right? When I meet men and a woman has hurt them, and then I ask them, are you still in love? Or, try to get some understanding about what that relationship is and how they think about it now. And do they think about all women like this woman, right? Because there's some guys that think all women is like all the same, and we're not all the same, right? But you'll never know because you don't give us a chance, right? And I also notice, y'all, in the dating scene that men do not like, just maybe the men I've come across lately, do not like for you to be put together. They would prefer you to not be together. I don't understand that. I do not understand that. They prefer for you not to be together. I was talking with a guy, and he said, I only had on a turtleneck, just like this is a turtleneck dress. I had on a turtleneck top, right? And he said, where you going dressed up? Dressed up? I ain't dressed up, right? We haven't spoken since then. I think that guys are intimidated by women, but if they were to think and put their thinking cap on, they would understand that she's an asset. She's not here to hurt you. She's not here to harm you. She's here to be of support to you if she's a real woman and if she like you. She's here to be an assistance to you, your helpmate, like God said, right? But I find a lot of them. When I went to skating with Buddy, he said I had on some boots, right? The heel wasn't a high heel like I was going to the club, but it was boots, right? It was some over the knee boots, right? And as I was taking my boots off to put the bowling shoes on, he said, you didn't have to wear them. Again, nigga, what? He said, you didn't have to wear them. You could have just put on some tennis shoes or something, weather nice. These dudes don't want you to be together, right? Instead of saying, oh, you look nice, he said, you didn't have to wear that. Like I had on too much. You know what I'm saying? I had on jeans, some boots, and a sweater to match my boots. That's it, right? It was a nice day, so I had on the sweater. And the sweater matched my boots. And he said, you didn't have to wear that. That's what he said. You don't have to wear that. You could have just put on some tennis shoes. You wear tennis shoes, nigga. So when I go to his closet, when I go to his house, he had his closet. He was showing me all around. I didn't go in his room, but the other room that I slept in, he had a closet in there. And he had tennis shoes of all kinds lined up around there. I like a man to wear dress shoes sometime. Okay? I like you to wear dress shoes. They want to say women, yeah. I've encountered that about 2-3 times in the last couple weeks. That man saying like I'm overdressed or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm regular. This is how I am regularly, sir. Right? And they don't like it. They don't like it. I don't like it. They don't like it. They don't want you to have yourself together. They want you to look bad. Like I had a friend, he wanted to FaceTime. I said, well, no, I'm in the bed now. I got my pajamas on, wig off. I don't feel like all that, right? He said, no, You won't be. You think I'm gonna let you see me like that? No, no. Insecurity. Yeah. Like, but and you know what? What it is? Like I said, we try to take care of ourselves. If something wrong with us, we try to fix it. This guy that said that was both of them was nice looking dudes. Nice looking dudes, right? Anybody would have them. You know what I'm saying? But don't wear that. Don't wear that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been there. I've been there. I've been there. That's why I'm single right now, because I'm not going there no more with nobody. I am who I am. It is what it is. Right. You are. That's my saying. Put your best foot forward. Put your best foot forward, right? And if that little bit was too much for you, then I ain't the one for you. If that little bit was too much for you, just sweater, some jeans, and some boots, too much. So I was supposed to come looking like I don't know. I don't know what I was supposed to come looking like, right? To make him feel good. I cannot dim my light for yours to shine. We're gonna shine together or not. Period. Right? But I've noticed that about dudes. I noticed that about dudes. These dudes are but what kills me is these dudes, my generation of dudes, y'all know better. Y'all know better. Right? I don't know who they've been fooling. And a lot of men too, in their 50s, like they'll mess with young girls in their 30s. Like the dude, dude from Barbados, he had a 5-year-old. He had a 5-year-old. What you doing with a 5-year-old? But a lot of men, the man from that came into my house and farted, he had a 10-year-old. Like, what y'all doing with them little kids, right? I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to have to speak to little Timmy. I don't have to do. I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to do any of that. I want your kids to be grown. I see them at the barbecue, see them at the cookout or something. I don't want to be bothered. Period, right? Yeah, I just don't want to be bothered. But that's the problem with black men. And I'm not. I repeat, I am not going to date a white man. I'm not. But do they really know better? That's a good question. You would think that if you've been on this earth all these years, you would think that you know how to treat a woman. You didn't see it nowhere? How to treat a woman? Nowhere did you see it? It should be just second nature to you. To be nice. Too many of us have given and still give them a pass. Yeah, I ain't got no pass to give out, friend. I got no passes to give out. None. I have none. And the first sign of anything funny style, I can't raise you. I can't re-raise you. I can't teach you. You got to come already equipped with all the tools that you need to have to mess with me. Like, I can't build you. My build a nigga kit is in the garbage, right? You got to come already assembled. I don't have time for that. I'm way too old for that. And if I had to tell you, if I had to hold your hand and tell you, that's no good to me. I'm too busy focusing on you again. No, I'm not doing that. I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. But I see it all the time. I see it all the time. And a lot of times I meet guys, y'all, that have a little piece of change. They scared they're going to have to give somebody $5, so they be by themselves. They scared they're going to give you $5. They just going to be by themselves forever. Listen. It's so. Let me tell y'all something. I said I'm trying to stay away from doing a video about it, but I may have to, because it's a sad state of affairs for black men, in my opinion. Being single, I can speak on it. Like when I say stuff to guys, they don't. You haven't dated a man, so you don't know. Just because he cool with y'all when y'all drinking, or when y'all at work, or when y'all doing whatever y'all doing, that's from man to man. You don't know nothing how he treat a woman, or don't treat a woman. You don't know nothing about that. You don't know nothing about that, right? Because I refuse to deal with something other than what I want. I refuse. And if you don't know how to treat me, if you don't know how to talk to me, if you don't know what it is I think you should know, then I don't have time for you. I ain't gonna even make the time. I could care less. And that's for real. That's why a high percentage of women 50 are single. Our passes have expired. I like that. And we're not putting. I like that. Our passes have expired. That's right. The passes have expired. That's right. That's right. That's right. If you look at me wrong, because you know the look, listen, I'm a firm believer in the eyes, right? I told you I went to lunch with this guy and he never could look me. I'm looking at him just like this while we at the table eating. He could never look me in my eye. I know that he has a woman. He tried to tell me not too long ago he don't have a woman and I'm full of drama. Okay, think what you want to think. But I easily, readily identified him as trying to gaslight me. And then he had nerve to say, I don't do drama. I don't either. That's why I'm over here peaceful. I don't either. I don't either. That's why I ain't gonna fool with you. You have to beat up your wife. No. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. I'm just not doing that. You know, and when I'm telling you, when I'm watching that show, Love After Lockup, and I think to myself, like, you don't want nothing from this man, but for him to have sex with you? I don't even want sex. If I'm broke, I don't even want sex. I don't even want it. If I got a situation going on, sex ain't gonna make it better. Not gonna make it better. No. Mm-mm. I don't know, but I'm telling you, it's a real weird show. Let me ask y'all something. I think I'm gonna make me some, even though I don't eat beef or pork, I think I'm gonna make me some beef stroganoff, with turkey meatballs and the noodles, right? Turkey meatballs and the noodles, but I need sour cream and something else. I gotta look up the recipe. Sour cream go in it and something else. What else go in it to make it like that? What else go in it? But that's what I think I'm gonna make today. I want something warm. I eat so much chicken, I'm tired of chicken. Right? I love chicken, but I'm tired of chicken. I'm tired of chicken. I done ate enough chili for this season. I don't really want any spaghetti. I think I want to make the meatballs with the noodles. Something different. I'm trying to make something different. You know, when you don't eat beef or pork, it limits you, right? Now, let me tell y'all, I was so desperate to eat something different. They had these little pork cutlets for $3 at the store. I bought them, right? I ate them yesterday. I was like, Lord, hope I don't get sick. Nothing didn't happen. Probably because they was little and I baked them and fried them. But I can't do that no more. But I wanted something different. I just want something different, right? So I think I'm going to make some meatballs. Because if you buy the meatballs already, turkey meatball, I don't think they're good. I tried some a long time ago. I don't think they're good. I could do that, but I don't want to. I think I want to make my own. That's a lot of work, y'all. I don't feel like it. But that's what I want. I want something different. Like, Stouffer's have a good beef stroganoff. Was it called beef stroganoff? I think so. But I don't eat the beef. So I'm going to make some turkey meatballs. That's the process. To put the ingredients in the meatballs. And I got to put some Lipton soup in them. Got to remember that. Lipton soup. Make the meatballs. Then it's the gravy. It's the gravy with the sour cream I got to make, right? And I got to make my own because when you buy gravy already made, it's salty. Like, I don't like salt. And I don't like salt. I don't like to taste salt, and it's not good for you, right? So I think that's what I'm going to do. Make me some beef stroganoff. Listen, see, I wore my purple. I thought about her in church. I ain't wore her in a long time. I got to trim her up, but I just wanted to put her on today. For a minute, I'll probably have it on later on, too. But anyway, 6 o'clock, ladies. I'm going to the store. Make me something to eat. Hope I don't get sleepy. But, yeah, I'm looking at myself in the thing. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So 6 o'clock, y'all. 6 o'clock, I'll be back. We're going to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. And it was so touching, if y'all seen it. It was so, everybody's on there crying at some point, right? And Martell kind of, sort of confessed that he missed his wife. He definitely missed his family, but wife included with the family, as far as I'm concerned, right? So anyway, y'all, peace. I'm going to see y'all at 6 o'clock. I don't care if it's 5 of us, 8 of us, 2 of us. I'm going to see y'all at 6 o'clock. Because this what I have to do is go live. I got to go live. That's when I have time. I got to go live. So I'm going to see y'all at 6 o'clock. All right? Bye-bye.